What's up, gang? Back for another camping adventure. Today is February 7th, 2026, the day before Super Bowl 60, where my Seattle Seahawks will be taking on the New England Patriots. This video will come out after that, so if they lose, that may not be a very good look for me, but they're going to win, so no worries there. Today I'm going down to the Ocala National Forest, taking a quick solo trip down in the Jeep. Going to do a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of shooting, a little bit of camping. It's an absolute gorgeous day outside today. Tomorrow will be a little cold in the 40s.
It is 7 a.m. The temperature starts with a 3.
But it's a lot better than last weekend, which was in the low 20s on Saturday and Sunday mornings. I actually made a trip down there and made an attempt to go camping last weekend, and I was fine with the cold. But there were a couple other factors that kept me from staying down there and actually camping. One being there were signs posted for high bear activity, and that somebody wrote that they were aggressive. And the other being there was incredibly high wind blowing the trees around above me, and I didn't want to end up with a chance for a branch to fall on me or a tree to fall on the Jeep or something like that. So I ended up calling it and coming back home last weekend. But this weekend we got better conditions, and I'm really hopeful that things will turn out a little better this time. All right, here's the plan on the map. Just starting here just south of Jacksonville, gonna head down through Palatka and into the Ocala National Forest. Right here, there is the Ocala Public Shooting Range. Gonna stop there, lay some rounds down, make sure my rifle's sighted in, just get some general shooting practice as well. And then I'll head back up and over into the Juniper Prairie Wilderness, where this is the only unit in the Ocala National Forest that allows for dispersed camping during general gun season. This is also where the signs were posted last weekend for the higher than normal bear activity, but I'm not too worried about that. The main thing that kept me from camping last weekend was the wind. It was just really, really bad wind and just dangerous conditions. But this weekend I'm confident about finding a nice little spot to do some camping. Now entering Ocala National Forest. I saw this quarry looking area on Google Maps and figured I might as well check it out. Getting off onto this old, dried up, rutted out clay really makes you appreciate the sand trails, the gravel, and the asphalt, especially with the pretty worn out shocks that are on this Jeep. I just bought this Jeep a couple months ago, and upgrading the suspension is high on my to-do list for it. Later in the video, you'll see some other suspension parts that get damaged and they're going to require some work, so I might as well knock them both out at the same time.
There are some pretty gnarly and technical crawling type features that I wanted to try out, but I figured I'd play it safe while I'm out here by myself. And I know there have been some good old-fashioned southern nights like Glenn Campbell used to sing about back here. If you've been here before, let me know in the comments. At this point, it's still pretty early in the afternoon, so I figured I'd get off onto some of these trails that lead deeper into the woods and do some exploring. These soft, deep sand trails are all over the place in the Ocala National Forest. You can just turn off the pavement anytime you see one and you're bound to have a good time.
Some serious trails here. Easy. Up to the Ocala Public Shooting Range. Got a few people out here, but I've waited till late enough in the afternoon that most everybody has already left. Got a shotgun range, pistol rifle range. It's free to use. And we're gone. Head to the campsite, set up camp, make some dinner, have a couple bush lights. That sounds like a plan. All right, getting pretty close to the campsite. This is where I was last week. I scouted out this site, it was a little too windy. That road over there leads to Hopkins Prairie. This road over here leads deeper into this pine forest here. The site that I saw that was a really good spot is right over here. Let's head in. I'm gonna take a right, head on in the skinnier trail. And the site is right in there. I'm gonna go ahead and back in so that my gear is easily accessible. These trees that are already leaning is exactly what I was talking about with the wind. As you can see, there's already trees downed in here. I didn't want to take any chances of getting a treetop falling on me. But this is the spot. Got plenty of firewood just laying around. I've got a strong tree there and 2 strong trees on that side for my tentsile tent. Here's something I got recently that I'm really excited to use. It's a Swiss Tech folding camp saw. Basically just opens up like this. Connect the little saw band to the locking mechanism. And just like that, you've got a nice little bow saw that I'm going to use to make some firewood out of this log and some other stuff that's laying around here. I got a decent little amount just off of this trunk. Obviously going to get more, but had to stop because I want to show you this. Look at this right here. This is lighter knot, or fat wood, as some people call it. And it comes from these branches and knots on these pine trees where all this sap builds up. And it's very flammable sap. And it burns good and it burns long. And it's a really good fire starter. And the aroma coming from this thing, it's like a candle. It is one of the best smells. It is 6:05 p.m. The sun has all but set, and I am all but set up for camp. So let me give you a tour. The main attraction, the big orange thing, it's not stealthy at all, is my Tentsile tent. These things are about $650 online, new. I found somebody on Facebook Marketplace who was selling one for $250. So I had to go for that because it is something that I think is super cool and something I've wanted for a while. So I got myself one, and this is the first time using it. So we'll go over here to the front door. You can see in, open the door. MTV, come on in, check out my crib. I've got my 20-degree sleeping bag, my 7.3 R value sleeping mat. For anybody not familiar with what R value is, it's how insulated the sleeping mat is. Keeps me from losing heat out of the bottom. And then the sleeping bag obviously keeps me warm up on top. Got my gear, got my Glock, and I got a little step. That's my front porch step right there to get up in there. There's the Jeep. And there's my fire pit. Some firewood, my shovel, my chair where I'll be sitting and listening to music and drinking these Daytona 500 Busch Lights. Got my trash set up over here. And there are some turkeys. All right, here are my fire starting supplies. I've got my flint and steel, my fat wood that I brought from home. Third item here is dryer lint. It makes using the flint and steel really, really easy. What I do is I take it, shred it up, get it as nice as fluffy, put it down in here, have this stuff ready to go, and light it. And there it goes. And that fat wood has already caught. It's like a match. we got a fire started. Let's go. Sky is a beautiful, beautiful color of purple tonight. And those turkeys are still going at it over there. It's gonna be a clear night. The moon should be out. Stars should be out. Will be quite the sight up through this gap in the trees here. And I am excited for it. Should have a nice hot bed of coals to cook over here soon. I'll lay some logs across it, put the pot on top of it. I got my beef, some rice, some beef broth, peppers and onions, and a cold bush light over there. And just like that, dinner is served. You can't tell me that doesn't look good. Quite an upgrade from the last video's dinner, where I just basically put beef jerky or turkey jerky into some rice. And you know, I gotta throw some Tonys on there. Perfect. Bon appetit. Alrighty, it's a little bit after 10 o'clock. I've got some Waylon Jennings playing by the fire. I actually took the Jeep out for a quick little romp through the woods. And over to Hopkins Prairie, actually. Stopped out there and was enjoying the stars under the wide open sky. Just absolutely breathtaking. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this Chris Stapleton, enjoy a couple more beers, and head in for the night. So thanks for watching. Good night. Top of the morning. It is 7 a.m. and the temperature starts with a 3. But I have gotten up already. Made a nice fire. Just by putting some fat wood on it and letting the coals take. I'm gonna lay in bed for a little bit more. It's comfy. I've stayed pretty warm throughout the night. No complaints at all. My feet warm, body warm, head warm. Good to go. The only challenge was getting out of the sleeping bag this morning, but I saw coals, so I knew I was going to start a fire easy, and now it's going and keeping the tent warm. So I'm going to take one more little siesta and get up and pack up, head home, get ready to watch Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go. It's 9:30 now, and you can see 2.5 extra hours of beauty sleep did nothing. Still ugly. But it is a lot warmer out now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything packed up. But first, gotta brush your teeth. Actually, I want my phone. Leaving the campsite and looking on Google Maps, and on my way out, I can either go these normal forest roads or I can drive through Hopkins Prairie. So I'm gonna do that. Hopkins Prairie is right across the street here. There it is. Big old sandbox out here. That I should probably be in four-wheel drive for. Right here is actually where I parked last night to get out and enjoy the stars. And it was a great spot to do so. Only issue was when I got back in to start it up, turned the key, did nothing. Let me show you why. After 20 minutes or so, I figured out that this little wire here was unplugged. And that was it. So I checked the fuses, the relays, nothing. Everything seemed to work just fine. And it was a little tiny wire that was unplugged from romping around in the sand. I'm just glad it got going again. Got to give a quick shout out to my specs here. I'm not sure if my sunglasses fell out of my pocket or what, but they were in my little campsite driveway and I ran them over. So these are the little arms for them and they're gone. So I have this little piece of lashing. I don't know what it is, but these are my specs for today for the drive home because I broke my sunglasses. Suspension and steering has felt a little floaty, and I came out here and looked, and my sway bar links have left the chat. Those used to be connected, so I'll have to replace that when I get home. This other side is no better. It's not gonna take me out, but it is something I'm gonna have to fix when I get home. Headed home now. I've got got about 70 miles to go home, all on highways. So go ahead and get home, and I'll fix that next week. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Like my video and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. The more people that like and subscribe, the more likely I will to do more videos. So yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you. That's it, baby! Super Bowl champs, let's go!
Oh my god, Vince. Oh my god, wait. That's awesome.
Super Bowl champs, baby, let's go!